being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team. And we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Alabama Crimson Tide. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Clemson's offense will start this game off. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the gun, running back gets to give. Got the first down and more. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. You count up those explosive plays in the game, and you put a little extra star by the big run.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
They'll ride the hot hand. Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Power football with the run. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Talking to their coaches, they said we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving right down the field. You just run to set yourself up now in first and goal. They are feeling it.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tiger.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Alabama's offense has the ball for the first time. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse. Do they let him make it? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups? Or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops, hoping for a chance today.
Wants to go up top on first down. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. They're dealing with a second and long. Defense in press coverage. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
They'll go to the ground. Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Punch it out of the air. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Yeah, the slant routes are just typically one of those that it's a timing route. It's a big body route. A lot of times I throw it to my big guy who's going to catch it and give me positive yards most of the time.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Fires to the big fella. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
3rd down and short is exactly what you want on offense because you can run the football, make the defense suck up, but you can also throw it. Nice execution, 3rd and short, now set up in a 1st and goal situation.
Now on 1st and goal as they try to answer that opener with a touchdown of their own. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal for the offense. Looking to fire. And that's good for the completion percentage and bad for the yardage. They lose ground on that one.
You know, this happens sometimes in football. You forget which direction you're going, and you got to be reminded you were going the wrong direction. Come on, man. We got to catch that thing. We got to get north-south and go make a play, get closer to the end zone, not start dancing and going the wrong way.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Big guy smells it. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And this will be a short one from about 21 yards out. And this one splits the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They'll leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Wants to throw. It's Judovsky. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball. So, let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Here's the pressure. Takes a hit as he fires. He makes the catch. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. First down for this offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. Running into the open space. He just won't take a big hit. Slides off guys, makes moves. He's down to the 21. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an all-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. And this one will be a 40-yard try from the left hash. Dead center perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. North Texas looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program that's run before, and they might just add some more hardware before the year is out. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Hauls it in. Nice job by this guy finding the slot guy on the drag.
Yeah, receiver just working his way across the field, giving his quarterback a nice, easy target. That's an easy completion.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the back. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. This Tiger running game starting to show some juice, sort of a C.J. Spiller type of feel.
Yeah, and it doesn't always hit you early. It doesn't always hit you on the first possession, but I do think they've done a good job over the years, Clemson, with sticking with the run game, creating that balance, trying to get those first downs, and trying to create some tempo against your defense.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Direct snap. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He now has 84 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They've got a first down here to open the period. Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield. It's Judovsky. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Right on target this time. Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
Now, listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. He wants to throw it. Trying to set up the screen. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about him. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make a stop.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the second quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
Fires left, and he can't grab the bullet pass on third down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. Guys, that last trip was a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Quickly complete. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. On first down, here comes this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Pass completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. The inside handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Using the quick game. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play call.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
To the ground with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
delivers the handoff. Virtually unblocked, and he's stopped for a loss of 8.
Maybe that stop is a good sign for this defense. Maybe the defense is starting to figure it out. Obviously, offense has been running the football with so much success. Something has to change. That was a good start.
The high crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Judowski. Heaves it on the run. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Brewer. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Man, and tight ends in today's modern college football are so difficult to stop because they're so much more athletic than they used to be. Today, they're just like big wide receivers. So defensively, how do you stop it? Do you have someone who has the physical dimensions to match up with this guy one-on-one? You might not. And if you don't, are you comfortable putting a slower linebacker on him, or do you want to put a smaller DB that might not be able to tackle him? It's a real difficult puzzle to figure out.
Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Here's the return. Slips through the line. This guy is a daring punt return, man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The hand to the running back. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. He's now up to 83 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Dropping back, it's Judowski. Grab near the sticks, it's Fowler. They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson 1st down.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to buy time. Ball is loose. He picks it up, still on his feet. Open space at the 25. Knocked down, but not before he gets the 1st down after recovering the fumble. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Tight end now in motion. They'll give it to the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They've been running it, but now the pass. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And that is a huge missed opportunity.
Happens to a lot of the guys. They can open you up because their stance is wide, so they open their shoulder up. Not to get too technical with it, but like it's an issue. But here's the other issue. Not only is it the one-on-one defense, people that go after Cam Boozer, which very few have, can have success.
For the quarterback, you've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. the run up the middle, looking for the score. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. The give to the tailback. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we're going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
It's amazing how many people score.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. And you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. They'll send the back in motion. 2nd down, he'll throw it. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. They'll look to pin them deep. Wants to bring it back. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, Dave?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
A big play gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Judowski. He'll pull it down. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Clemson jumps to the line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got it set up on the outside. Nice move there. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
Now, they could have a shooting problem, right? And yes, they could. And then they've got a really offensive rebound. You know Zuby Ejiofor is going to be there. You're not always sure if Bryce Hopkins is going to be as productive. You're not always sure of the guards. But when they get up into you and they're locked in that way, and they're not always locked in that way, when they're locked in that way, they could be anybody in this tournament.
It's hard for me to believe that St. John's team is something to only get excited about.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Got out of trouble and throws. Firing to the right, complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Clemson will come to the line with the 1st and goal. They want to throw it. He wants it all. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football. You saw that there on the incompletion.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Big fella moving. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Tigers! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. No mid-season concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Tuscaloosa. And a standout player on the defensive side of the ball has been that boogeyman back there at safety. They try to run it, he's filling the holes. They try to throw it, he's either picking them off or trying to take dudes' heads off. Good luck making adjustments. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in T-Town.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half. So now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
They're going to run it to the right. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
Well, he got you 2 on 1st down. He got you 2 on 2nd. 2 won't get it done on 3rd. You're going to have to go somewhere else if you're on offense here to stay on the field.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Brewer. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. From the gun, the ground game. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen. You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. From the gun, the running back has it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
They'll try to sneak it. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Wide receiver going in motion. Tries to get it on the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, they came into this game believing they could run the football in critical down and distances, and they did it right there on that fourth down.
He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
And this one is perfect. Are forced to settle for 3.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. It seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David. So they need a bit of a spark here to get that mojo back.
Yeah, and you always have the adjustments, and then your opponent adjusts, and now they got to readjust now because this game's getting a little bit tighter than they liked.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
The Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw, it's Judovsky. Snagged out of the air. Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Ready to get the first down.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide. And a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Sets up the screen. Turning it on. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
The defense has got to be able to make... Some point here in the second half, you're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Takes the handoff. It's Castle. Gets it past the marker. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
And the Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Running back searching for a hole. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a real...
And it's picked off at the goal line. Going the other way, and he's got room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only...
And to get him back, and shoot, he was first team all-league last year. You know, so he had a lot of options. You know, there's a lot of schooling reaching out, a lot of agents and stuff, and for him to be able to say, listen, Coach, I'm all in. I want to do it.
The football with the field position with the return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Pressure's there, and he lets it go.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. He caught it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
No touchdowns yet, but that may change very soon after that long completion by the offense. Really great route, and a nice job looking that one in. He set his offense up now in the red zone. They're looking to score some points.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Alabama!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And he tacked on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20.
To the Sweet 16 because Miami of Ohio basketball got this kind of national excitement. I'm pulling for you Wednesday, Travis. I think America's pulling for you. Good luck. And on your way out quickly, you're Matt Cole, Akron. Any chance against Texas Tech when I'm filling out my bracket?
Absolutely, man. They got a really good team. They didn't get enough national publicity, in my opinion.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to.
Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Well, we always talk about the importance on defensive tackling. This secondary, they're going to have to really play with great effort and do a better job tackling these wideouts.
Back to throw, it's Judovsky. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Grabbed in the backfield, it's Castle. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. To pass. Myers on the move. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26.
Edition of Unsportsmanlike with Evan Cohen and Chris Canty and me, Michelle Smallman. Before you fill out your brackets, make sure you tune into the Tournament Challenge Marathon for all the info you need. It's Unsportsmanlike, 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
Are you ready to make a difference for the environment while helping the visually impaired at the same time? Then donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind today by calling 1-800-983-6530. Every donated vehicle will either be properly recycled in an eco-friendly manner or given a new life through reuse. Donating your vehicle is easy. Simply call 1-800-983-6530, and Heritage for the Blind will do the rest. They'll even arrange for your vehicle to be picked up at no cost to you. And for a limited time, when you donate your car, you'll receive a $200 restaurant voucher and a 2-night, 3-day hotel stay at one of 50 locations. Call 1-800-983-6530 right now to schedule your vehicle donation and make a positive impact on the environment while helping others. Heritage for the Blind, where every car donation counts and every person makes a difference. Call 1-800-983-6530 now. This advertisement is paid for by Heritage for the Blind.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen. Coming up Monday, the brackets are set for March Madness. We'll have those for you. Plus, the latest from the WBC, the NBA, and comedian Derek Stroop joins us in studio. That's Monday's Rich Eisen Show on Disney Plus, the ESPN app, and ESPN Radio.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They cut into this lead the last time they had it, and now here in the 4th, a chance to move on top with a score. Snagged in the middle. It's Brewer. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. The Crimson Tide could get very aggressive here on 2nd and inches. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
And that's crazy. 1 second you're the offense, and you're thinking 2nd and inches, we're taking a shot, we're in a great spot, and then you give up a sack, and now all of a sudden you're in 3rd and long, and you're thinking, uh-oh, we got to convert this, or we're giving the ball right back to our opponent.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking to the big tight end. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. They go to the ground. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive player right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. On the move, it's Castle. They could have used a little bit more there. Picked up a 3, it's 3rd and 7.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. They're going to run it. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.
And there's nothing more demoralizing for a defense than when you're losing, you know they're going to run the football, they're trying to run the clock, and you can't stop them. They've got to be more aggressive, bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. They got to stop this ground game and get the ball back.
And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead on 1st and goal, but they can also drain the clock. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
We're still in better shape than who we're playing because we got playing game. I'm sorry if you guys hear that on the bus. We played the winner of UBC and like Tuesday, so I guess it's going to be worse.
Dusty, this is Tom Creek. Congratulations. I mean, it's been watching you build this team. It's been tremendous. And I have a question. I think, big short question. I think it'd be great for our listeners to hear. Because you just said it.
2nd and goal coming up.
If you win that, take the
back to pass. It's Judowski. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense. Not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around.
Especially after the case injury.
Gets the back moving.
We've needed it. Our bench, I think, was as good as any in the country when LJ went out, and we haven't had the same production since. All of those guys are in a new role, and we've changed our rotations a little bit. So it's almost as if we're evolving now this late in the season because of the TCs going out. But there are a lot of teams that are having to deal with it, and we've got to get back to playing smash mouth basketball, get our edge back, and if we do that, we'll feel good about where we're going in Buffalo.
Talking to Dusty May, head coach of Michigan in the Midwest region. What do you do when you're watching the bracket? Obviously, I know the coach answer is to say, well, look, I see I'm playing UMBC versus Howard, and that's it. But you also probably look at the bracket as a whole. I think that's got to be human nature. When you do that, how do you kind of see your region, and what are your thoughts on it?
Well, the second round, we'll have a chance. If we're able to win and advance, we'll have an opportunity to play. Those are 2 of my closest friends in coaching, and Mike White, who's done as much for anyone in my career, hired me at Louisiana Tech and took me to Florida with him, and his brother Brian White is who hired me at FAU. So I owe a lot to the White family. And then Josh Kurtz and I are 2 really, really close friends that we talk about a couple of days a week even now. So Obviously, we know each other's teams well. I probably watched 20 combined games of St. Louis and Georgia this year, so that one we won't have we won't have to do extensive film study because we already know them pretty well.
Dusty, you brought up L.J. Casey when you were talking to Myron. Who is the one guy, if you had to pick one guy as you've gone through this now for almost 2 weeks, as you go into the tournament, this guy has to pick up the slack, not only for L.J., but because we need more from this position in the backcourt to achieve our goals.
Okay. Later. Good girl.
Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brewer. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point in the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Wants to throw on third. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
We're talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight. They thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there.
Good luck in the first round.
Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Got his man. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gonna look downfield again. He's got his man. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Alabama pushing the tempo. Back to pass on second down. That's open down the middle. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
And I think that's something that Kentucky has struggled at times this year, especially those wing attack.
He's looking to throw on third and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down.
There's some chess match in this one.
Good quickness to grab it off the mountain. And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Need to be the best team in the WCC this as well.
That one hurts. They thought they'd move the chains on fourth down. Instead, they back up.
Crazy idea. Also, in their first game, because everyone's just not in sequence.
Well, here's what happens. Calvin Chandler and Denzel.
They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On fourth down, trying to find his man. It's complete to the left. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The handoff keep working on that clock. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
In the SEC tournament, is there one that they don't score?
Yeah, they can outscore you. That's how it is. I mean, their pace can wear you down. There's no doubt about that. They can win games in the last 5-6 minutes because you've been chasing them all game. And they have numerous guys who can not only shoot it.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7.
Is interior defense is one of the biggest reasons they wanted.
Snap it to the back.
Right, and it didn't happen.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Like that's the highest anybody's had all year. But the scoring of LeBaron Philon, Aiden Holloway, freshman Amari Allen, There's numerous guys. Houston Millette, who transferred in. Those guys can really play. Nate does a great job of getting exactly what he wants. But if this becomes a half court, we're going to pound it in inside on you. We're going to seal you on the roll and those type of things. Now they're in for a problem.
Earlier in my career, I covered the and one mixtape tour. I don't know if you remember that, right? Yes.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, go get positive yards.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man. It's Fowler. And a big-time grab there. Not down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
That's where Alabama's switching in defense. Excellent. Beat him inside.
There's no team in college basketball that consistently believe in less than Virginia in the postseason. And only 1 year has it worked against me. Every other year it's been correct. Let's go ahead and say, I'm left field upset Big Lover. Show them to me. I'm taking Wright State of Virginia. Yeah, but that's Ryan Home State.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
They're going to be up in the day.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them.
Chair of the NCAA Tournament Selection Committee. That's next. Hero of the NCAA Selection.
After the setback, the offense gets set for a 1st and 15. To the air, it's Trudovsky. The screen, he can go. And he'll be brought down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get concerned. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they...
Hey, it's Evan Cohen. Coming up Monday, we'll continue to react to all the free agency news, plus provide you all the info you'll need before you fill out your brackets. It's on Sportsmanlike 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
Rub a little salt in the wound.
The NBA ESPN active right now this season.
Plenty of distance between him and the 6 here on second down. Leaves it with the running back. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
There's not a lot of mystery what you're going to do on offense at this point in the game. With the lead late, you're just going to lean on your star running back. This is a guy who is going to play on Sundays at the next level. Just keep giving him the football and just let him take this thing over.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker, it's Small. Guided out of bounds, they'll mark him down at the 14. He was really beating himself up over that interception and that loss last week. I know he's thrown a pick in this one, but he's looked much more certain.
And what you ask quarterbacks to do nowadays and how much you put on their plate, one mistake is okay. Those usually aren't the ones that are going to kill you. So one mistake, back-to-back weeks, that's fine. Just can't make multiple. But the team's winning this week, which is the most important stat that he cares about.
WBC, NBA,
To the air, it's Judovsky. He's got him this time. Touchdown, Clemson! A great catch and run for 6. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end, but all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Finds a man on the right. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab down the middle.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Bringing it back.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Maybe the lowest ranked analytics to get in the tournament, and then who was the last team?
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Final minute. This game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
Looking for a crease to the left. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder. I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively.